Hi, beautiful Gemini. This is Mary Ellen coming to you once again from Moonrise Cottage. I am here to transmit messages that come through to me. I am an intuitive clairvoyant, um, and my purpose here on YouTube, if you're new to the channel, welcome and thank you to all the people who are returning visitors and subscribers. I really, truly, from the depths of my heart, I appreciate your presence here. I am here on YouTube in order to assist soul travelers, my guides call them, the people that are here incarnated with a specific purpose, with a soul contract, in order to help us move forward and bring the destiny that is meant to be experienced. And as we sail into these days of the eclipse, profound change is coming. The North Node has moved into Cancer, the water energy, bringing forward a time when love energy is meant to stream into the world through the various set points of the astrology wheel. That's why my guides always talk about the fact that you are your purpose. It's not what you do, it's not even your mission. It's literally the energy that you carry encoded within you. So we are meant to perfect our energy, to perfect our understanding and our ability to wield the energy signature, the spectral signature that you have as an incarnated entity, here to assist our destiny to come forward. And we stand in these beautiful moments of July in the eclipse energy. So I picked some oracle cards. We're going to jump in to the beautiful Celtic Wisdom Tarot. And at the end of the reading, I'm going to pick up rune for you just to give you another oracle message to tie all the threads of the energy together that come through the cards. So we're starting off with the notion of dragonfly. And Gemini, how beautiful. Dragonfly is the medicine of the dream time and the illusionary facade that we accept as our physical reality. The iridescence of dragonfly's wings reminds us of the colors that are not found in our everyday experience. Dragonfly's shifting of color, energy, form, and movement explodes into the mind of the observer, bringing vague memories of a time or a place where magic reigned. And clearly, as you go through the eclipse, this is the experience that you are meant to have, that you are seeking out. And the next card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle is the notion of flow. And it's perfect, building on the message of dragonfly. So there is a natural movement of events in this world. You can see it in phenomena like the tide and the ebb and flow of the oceans and the rivers that rise up from the earth and then flow to the sea. And that is why, not why, but how you are employing and utilizing and riding along on the tides of the water element of Cancer and the North Node, while we all attempt to shift and change and build a new structure here on the earth that is prophesied to come forward with a bang in 2020. It's going to be an intense time, and the eclipse is here to help us prepare. So the symbol of flow represents the effortless and natural movement toward a particular destination. It signifies your ability to gracefully move around obstacles, and it reminds you of the sense of allowing that which is meant to come. When flow visits your card spread, it is a sign that your intentions have been in motion. And now is the time to allow this energy to run its course. You are being called to effortless movements and the path of least resistance, like the water element. It is like being within the flow of music, a particular type of flowing partnership with the divine. So in these days, you are called to be like the river, knowing the fulfillment of destiny is assured, and you are called to enjoy the ride of the flow of energy through your life, igniting your soul purpose, my guides are saying. So from the beautiful Journey of Love Oracle deck, sorry, my guides are talking. They're talking about the place, what the dragonfly reflects, what the flow is about. And it is about, particularly anytime we have an eclipse, and the way the flow, where the flow is originating from and returning to. And it is about the void. It's about connecting with divine source, with the universe. Beautiful card. Look at that. That's where we're all going. And you are traveling into this destination in order to discover what is hidden there and bring it into the light of your own life and of everybody that's here. Because we are all experiencing this intense convergence as we go through the void of the eclipse. So I'm going to read you a little bit from this book. At the ending of every cycle, at the beginning of every new cycle, there is a moment of transition. It may last for any amount of time. It may be a moment of feeling or many years of deep inner work while you feel displaced. The transition may require patience to endure the absence of knowing, the state of being in the void, the lack of certainty about who you are, about why you are here on this planet. Really beautiful. If you can accept that entry into the cosmic void is a preparation for your next cycle of manifestation, then you can accept the darkness, that it is holding you with love and not with unfeelingness. You will be able to relax and let the preparation be what it is meant to be. Then you will be well equipped for the next steps forward on your glorious divine adventure through this lifetime, meeting the beloved in a fresh new moment, excited, open, and curious. So this oracle brings you guidance. There are parts of your own process unfolding that you simply cannot know about yet. It will not always be this way, but for now, it is most helpful for you to only deal with what is immediately before you. And my guys are talking about the eclipse. Attend to the eclipse energy. All else will be shown to you when the time is right. There is growing to be done, and the void will bring forth the next step on your path to meet you. You do not have to worry about it. You do not have to search. You only need to commit to presence. Be present, be patient. When you can do something, do it. And when you cannot, allow yourself to simply be. Your time will soon come. Surrender into the void and let it become what it must be according to the spiritual wisdom and to the love energy present. Wow. Gemini, you know how much I love you and how I always look forward to your readings. My moon is in Gemini, and I am preparing to do a very intense sacred journey through these days of the eclipse, and clearly you are being called in a similar fashion, as we all are. So this journey, as I was shuffling the deck, a couple cards fell out. So this is the card that my guides want to speak to you about the theme of this message. It is about revelation. It is about the revelation of knowledge that comes to you through the sacred flow of this eclipse energy. And my guys, again, they're talking about Cancer. They're talking about the water element and the way you uniquely blend your special ability with the water element to move it forward into and out of and through the manifestation of this world that we live in. So this is about someone who has had many transitions, a sacred warrior who came into this moment having lived many lifetimes, coming across the water and finally standing in this place, the solid notion of the stag coming into your being. And we see the soul journey indicated there by this warrior who was very aged. He had many incarnations in a single lifetime. Eventually, he transitioned into the form of a salmon. So again, a connection with this eclipse energy in Cancer. The salmon was caught, it was brought to the palace, cooked and served to the queen. When she ingested the salmon, she gave birth to one of the greatest poet wisdom holders that existed in this age. My guides are saying the word epoch. So that's the transition that my guides want to speak with you about as a beautiful wisdom holder, as an air sign energetic presence. There is a moment happening here that is destiny. It is about your flow into your new form and the wisdom that you hold within you coming forward. So this is the card that indicates you as you flow into the retreat. And again, we see the water element. We see this beautiful woman. She is transforming. She is, okay, my guides are saying she is vested with the power of her passion. Her walk has been transformed. She has the blue shoes on. This is the Four of Wands. It is about coming into love energy. My guys are talking about the tent that you see in the traditional tarot. It's about creating the tent, if you will, of love energy and taking a moment to pause through this eclipse to just review all that has come before and that which you imagine for the future. You have your vessel in your hands. It is full, and you kneel in this beautiful summer day before the source of water, using your own energy. And I love that she looks into the atmosphere, she looks into the air, and she ponders the destiny that is meant for her when it comes to providing the sacred tent, if you will, of love energy that is meant to be available to everyone. So know that you have this transition at hand, that you are flowing through the water element of this eclipse, and that you have all the bounty that you need. So let's take a look into the cards to get a little bit of information about your soul journey on a human level. What are you going to experience? What are you meant to be pondering while you sit there through this eclipse? Spirit, can you please give the messages for beautiful Gemini? So connected with the atmospheric presence of the sacred mind. That's what my guides are saying. Wow, amazing. Okay, look. This card has come out, I think, in almost every single reading. A lot of discussion from my guides about this cycle that we're going through. So this is an adventure card. It's the Seven of Pentacles. When you have a moment and you pause and you look at what has come forward, what you've been able to build, how you've been tending your garden. In Celtic Wisdom Tarot, it's a really mystical card about the ability to touch death and to sit and ponder that experience through the cycle of the eclipse. This young man stepped out on Halloween, the time when the veil is really thin. So my guides are talking about that in relation to this eclipse. That's why the illustration is here. It's about the ability to touch your transformational process, a death and rebirth process. That's what we're all going through. So when he stepped out to touch death into the place of the town gallows, he had a vision about a disaster. And immediately he was transported into the land of the fairies, known as the underworld in Celtic mythology. There he met a woman, a banshee, a fairy, that assisted him. So it is about utilizing the mysterious feminine power of the moon cycles through this eclipse. Really interesting, isn't it? Eclipse of the sun on the new moon, coming forward to bring you into the mystery of the void and the flow of creation. He eventually was able to travel back and forth from the void into the top world, and he was able to prevent this tragedy. So we're talking about the importance of your flow, of your ability to use your experience into and out of the void to bring forward the positive destiny that's available to humanity. When he got to the other side and he met this woman, she did help him. And she walked together with him for the purpose of healing. And we see it here in this beautiful notion of the woman of knowledge. Okay, my guides are saying that was the purpose of the sacred feminine in his life. We see this woman who is of the shadows, we can tell by her garment, and yet she is a light worker. And what she's literally doing is picking flowers and herbs that grow up through a gravestone from the bones of the person who was married there, who was a magician, a mystical healer. And she is his sister. It's a long story, I won't go into it. But when you think about this notion, connected to this journey that the sacred male energy is taking into the underworld, in order to collect messages and perform healing and travel back and forth together with the sacred feminine, we see it here as well. Intense messaging, you're going deep, Gemini, as you always do. And here's the purpose. Of course it is to perfect your energy. That's the World card. So again, know that your journey is very auspicious. It will absolutely affect every aspect of being alive on this planet. For you, it's about coming through this particular set point in the year. And we see the breastplate on this being that is having an awakening through the flow of energy, the way it connects with the void. We see the turning of the sacred swastika, sacred feminine energy, utilizing all the tools available to humanity and sitting there, resting just above the bowl of the water energy. It's incredible. It's blowing my mind, actually, Gemini, like you always do. So a very mystical journey for you as you transition through this eclipse. Understand what this journey is for. Look, another notation of the sacred cauldron, the sacred bowl, out of which all healing arises. This is about the male energy. This would be the 10 of Pentacles. Again, we're talking about sacred family, sacred lineage, coming into abundance through a transitional, transformative process where you suddenly find yourself standing before the mountain and you discover the sacred bowl of wisdom. The spirit guides, the angels, the gods and goddesses, however you want to think about it is fine. Suddenly, because of this transitional journey, you do have a vision and you understand. And this knowledge becomes available to you. It is revealed. That's why it is the quest. That's what you're doing. You're going on this quest about knowledge, sacred knowledge, the flow of humanity into and out of its incarnations, and what is the purpose of love energy as we experience these things. So I think you're going into the dream time, you're going into the void to experience something, to learn something about the flow and the beautiful energy, the way it flows through the universe, through the void, as it comes into this place to have this sacred journey. Wow. Gemini, you always surprise me, and I always think to myself, why? Why would I be surprised at this point? Okay, here's the card. My guide said, stop right there. Look, another manifestation, another illustration of the notion of flow and of being deeply connected to the spiritual realm. This is a major arcana card. It's the star card. It is the dreamer of growth, the dreams and the wishes and the intentions that you hold. So this is the first card on the soul intention line of my reading. So it's why you're having this adventure. It's the purpose you seek when you go on this quest and go into the flow, go into the void for healing, to perfect your energy in order to participate on the changes that are coming that are meant to happen, the destiny. Gemini, you guys are so intense. This is the liberation of devotion. Clearly, it is about the eclipse. It is about your passage into the void through the feminine portal of this beautiful eclipse cycle on the new moon and the full moon, shamanically led, carrying the soul across the void, across the gap, in order to be liberated. It's fantastic. And you're being liberated into your knowledge that is being revealed to you about love energy and the healing that is coming both to you and to the human family, my guides are saying. So, Spirit, please give us the last notion for the soul level. What is it that Gemini is working on? What is the soul contract that they have? Look, there you go. Again, about vibration. This is the rememberer of sacred lore. Sacred male energy coming into its central place of vibration. Able to send your vibration, like the dragonfly, out into the world. Through yourself, through your own energy, through that which you hold. Because you've been able to do the sacred challenge that you came here to do. So this is another moment of coming into, I was going to say karma. My guide said absolutely not. It's not about karma. It's about the destiny that you sought when you came here and what it is, the male part of your image. My guides are saying your image. Isn't that interesting? The male part of your image. What it seeks to attain is memory about what exists inside the void and the way the energy flows there. Wow. Gemini, guys, it's just always so amazing to see your readings come out. So you're going in deep like the rest of us. My guides are saying, come and join us there. There's a party going on in the sacred realm in these days as we come through the month of July to affect all of humanity, to create this healing. Okay, my guides are saying they want this card. There we go. And there it is. Another reflection of the sacred bowl of wisdom. This is about healing. This is the renewer of devotion. I'm going to read about this from the book for you. It's an incredibly beautiful message. Okay, my guides want it. They want me to lay it out across all three cards on this column, and I can't, so I'll just leave it there. Wow, Gemini, you're so astounding. You are so ethereal. I think that's the correct word. It's just always astounding to me the way you hold and wield your energy and your soul intention. So the renewer of devotion, the divinatory meaning is about transformation. It is about bringing matters into resolution, releasing or forgiving, having the freedom to act with the full power of your resources. This is about a new lease on life and the recovery of essential focus. The renewer shows us the cauldron of rebirth in its entirety. The Gundestrup cauldron was found in a bog in Denmark. This silver cult vessel was custom made for a Celtic sanctuary, and it depicts the major themes and the deities in the Celtic belief system. The three hooded figures depicted here are the hooded spirits. They appear in the context of renewal, healing, protection, fertility. They are representative of the triple guardians and the initiates of the cauldron, the spiritual sons and daughters of the guardian brigade, and as the three forms of the tripartite soul. Having experienced the triple spiral of life, my guides are talking about this, pardon me. So having experienced the triple spiral of life, the soul is made free, liberated. Wow, Gemini, giving me a chill. You are going to have the experience of being freed from the circuit of existence. You are renewed with deeper insight. The renewer of devotion helps to deepen your compassion for the whole universe by bringing you into a better understanding of the patterns of life and experience. And you are being asked, where is transformation imminent in your life in these days? Gemini, that's why you're an air sign. So my guides are saying, like, there's just, okay, I'm going to use their words. Flow deeply into the notions that are being communicated and think about, experience yourself as an atmospheric being, literally touching the universe, literally in command and in the experience of the flow and the brilliant, shimmering information that is there. this notion of transformation through the dragonfly energy. Profound. All right, spirits, please give us one more message. Okay, they want me to move this back. They're fuzzy sometimes. All right, the message, please, for beautiful Gemini, sailing into this eclipse, flowing into the universe, once again experiencing their ethereal nature, in order to further liberate their devotion through the connection. Again, both sides of the veil. Do you see this line? What's happening in the spirit realm for you, Gemini, that causes your liberation in order to remember sacred knowledge that is being revealed to you to help you heal and perfect your energy. Ooh, sweet. Such a quiet power that you embody in this place where we live. Just magnificently beautiful. Spirits, what is it that the Oracle of the Sacred Runes would like to say? Okay, my guides are saying to remind you about. Gemini, that's the room for flow. I kid you not. Okay, let's put it right here. My guides want it to be attached to these two things. I'm going to read to you from the book. I use the beautiful book of runes, written and researched by Ralph Blum, who's on the other side now. My guides love him. There's a very simplicity to the way he encapsulated the energy and brought it forward through his own vision. There's always more that can be learned. If you want to go online, you are invited to do that. So this is Laguz. It is about flow. It is about water. It is about the energy that conducts. Wow. Unseen powers are active. Powers that nourish, shape, and connect. The attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow of emotions and relationships and lifetimes. Laguz encourages you to immerse yourself in the experience of living without having to evaluate or understand. It speaks to the satisfaction of emotional needs and to the awakening of the intuitive, lunar side of your nature. While the sun strives for differentiation, the moon draws us toward union and merging. This rune often signals a time for cleansing, for healing, deep revaluing, reorganizing, and realigning. It is a rune of deep knowing, and it may call you to study spiritual matters in readiness for self-transformation. Success now lies in contacting your intuitive wisdom and attuning to your own rhythms. This is a rune of the self, relating rightly to the self. Laguz signifies what alchemists call the conjunctio, or the sacred marriage. In fairy tales, it is the end, where the hero and the heroine live happily ever after. Quite a mystical journey you're having through this eclipse season. So Gemini, please remember through the illustration and the reading that came out that you literally are your purpose, as my guides always speak to. They're being very insistent this month, wanting people to understand that it is your energy that you carry, that which is within your nature, that has its own cycle, in order to reveal what is known through the flow into and out of the void, to liberate you into sacred remembrance. It's a profoundly beautiful. Gemini, thank you so much. As you go through these days of eclipse, allow yourself to have some quiet time, because you're going in deep, and you're meant to flow into the void on this dragonfly energy of transformation and float there. Okay? So allow yourself some quiet time, however you can arrange that. Things are meant to be revealed to you. And as you go through the process, a great healing is taking place that is energizing you and preparing you to be in the world in the way You are requested to be here as we travel forward into our destiny all together now. So thank you, Gemini. Appreciate your time and your patience and your willingness to come and collect these messages. Please click the like button for me. It's a little bit of my guides are saying it's an emotional thank you. It's kind of like giving me a hug. So I'll look forward to seeing you next month, Goddess willing. If you have any special needs, contact me. All the information is below. Thank you, Gemini. Enjoy the flow.